Welcome, everybody, to One Shot Onslaught. This is our very spooktacular Halloween special, part 1, and it's double special because we actually have all guests tonight. We'll go around the table, have all of our guests introduce themselves, where we can find them, and then the character they will be playing. Hey, Joe, where can people find you at?
Hi, I am Joe Timmis, and you can find me at thenerdasylum.com. We have a lot of awesome projects and charity events, and if you'd like to be a part of the November 7th Game Day charity 24-hour stream, please sign up for that.
Who will you be playing tonight, Joe?
I will be playing Dr. Heckle, a barbarian Githyanki.
Awesome, can't wait. Oh, look, it's Gerundu.
It is. It's Gerundu. I'm Gerundu. You can find me at Gerundu. That's Giiunduu. That's my usual spiel. You can also find me on Roll for Weird playing Silas Lancaster, or on Shitty Cowboys as Jambalaya Pendergrass. You can also find me on Dice Talk with Jeremy, and forthcoming the NBA Murderous Bloodsport Association stream sometime in October.
19th, I think. I think the 19th.
Yeah.
Somewhere
so
the Monday
around
there.
the time this drops, we'll be going live with that.
Oh, you know what? It might have been yesterday that this. No, it won't. It'll be a week after, or before, after this, somewhere around there.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. It'll happen at some point.
Jeremy.
Hey, I'm Jeremy, and as Drendu mentioned, I am the other half of Dice Talk, so he and I are co-hosts together, and that's a conversational style Dungeons and Dragons podcast where we interview, podcasters and DMs and content creators and all that. It's a good time. I'm also on Roll for Weird, where I play Shadow. I also play a Warforged named Octavius, and that's on Tuesdays on Twitch under Hollow Invective. And you can find me at Dice Talk on Twitter, Dice Talk on Instagram. I'm usually the most active on those. And then tonight I'm going to be playing Gabo. So Gabo is a goblin, and he is a cleric, but he really is a professional chef. And so I'll probably be flavoring a lot of my spells to make them related to food somehow.
That was one of the best puns I've ever heard in my life. Flavoring. That was a good one, Jeremy. I give it to you. Gerunda, we did miss what you were going to be playing tonight.
Appropriately enough, I'm playing the very nice but also quite dim Sir Reginald Fetlock Smythe. Hello, I'm a good boy.
And and Reggie, if you haven't caught him in a stream, is a Centaur Paladin. Everybody's level 5, by the way, tonight. And last but not least, Josh, where can people find you at?
Yeah, hi. I'm Josh Fisher. I'm the current DM for the podcast Are We Dead Yet? A fun little D&D podcast that you can find all over the place. Or you can follow us on Twitter at Are We Dead Yet Pod. Yeah, and I'll be playing Lumi, the Tabaxi Undying Warlock.
And without further ado, let's get right into the story. So you all are teamed up on a mission with the Adventurers Guild, and it seems like a pretty simple one. You all were offered this job, this handsome reward to rescue this wizard's apprentice who went into this Montarthas Manor 2 Tendago, never returned. And now they're paying someone from the guild a handsome amount of money to go and retrieve his apprentice. So not a lot of people trek through this part of the wood near Raven's Point. And it's pretty abundantly clear because there's not a whole lot in any direction for miles. That is until you all stumble upon the actual Montarthas Manor. And you all have heard stories and rumors of this manor before. Some people don't even think it exists. A lot of kids tell tales of, it being haunted, and they had a friend that went in on a dare and never came out, even though, it was like a 6-hour journey into the woods just to find the manor. So that's probably not super believable. But you all see standing there after your journey, you get there when it's nice and creepily dark out. And as you approach the mansion, you notice that the blackness of stone is this unnatural and like almost tainted color, and the air grows thick, and what little light that the night's giving off somehow becomes duller and duller the closer you get to this evil dwelling.
I do not like this Ferris wheel manor. There is no Ferris wheel, and it is scary and dark.
Meow, Centaur's got a point.
Yes, but we are getting lots of money. Handsome reward for research purposes. We must complete this task.
Yeah, I mean, Reggie, you need to chill out. You're like 8 feet tall. I think we're gonna be alright.
It is dark, and there are things that I cannot see.
It's okay. You can stand behind me. I shall protect you.
Thank you. You are a good boy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, all good boys together.
Look, if we need it and it gets too dark in there, we'll do the shiny thing with your armor again, alright? I'll light you up like a Christmas tree.
Yay! The shiny times are my favorite times.
We gonna head in, or just stand out here and look at it?
I grow weary of this waiting.
So standing in this near darkness that as you're approaching these doors to this mansion, before you are this set of steps that are leading up to this high archway that is governing this entire entryway into the mansion proper. There's a large set of dark oak double doors sitting patiently closed, waiting for your advance. You notice, just barely, this small set of crystal blue eyes peering out at you from a dark window just next to the doorway.
Hello, window eyes. How are you today?
You go right for it, don't you, big guy?
Yeah,
Perhaps they will be friends. I have been invited to birthday parties before.
I was gonna suggest something a little more, I don't know, sneaky.
But it sees us through the window. Hello.
Well, it certainly does now.
Reggie pokes the front door with his halberd.
You hear the solid clank as your metal meets the wood, but there's no kind of ill effects, no trap set off or anything like that.
Does it swing open, or is it like?
No, it actually seems it doesn't budge an inch.
I'm coming in. Just tries to handle the handle, I guess.
You try to budge on these doors, and it doesn't even feel like the doors are locked, because the handles are clicking as if it should be opening. But try as you might to like push on them, it's just they're like not moving, and it seems like the doors don't want to open.
I have been defeated by a door.
Did you use the magic word?
Abracadabra door. Abracadabra.
All right, stand back. I'm gonna take care of this. These kind of things, it probably hasn't been opened in a while. Nothing a little bacon grease can't fix. And I start pulling out a little jar of grease, and I start dip my finger in there and start rubbing it on the hinges. See, look, these things are rusted to hell. That's why it won't open. Yeah, try it again.
Yeah, you get those hinges nice and greased up, nice shiny new. You can tell if this door will open, there's not going to be a creak in sight. It's going to be the soundless doors you've ever heard or not heard.
Lumi's going to walk up and just be like, just knock, shaving a haircut.
Before you even finish the shave and the haircut, you do the, and then you hear back before you even get to, and those eyes are no longer in the window.
Goodbye, eyes.
Meow. Well, someone's definitely in there. Meow. Could I try the door again? Maybe give it a little oomph.
Yeah, we can. You know what? I don't want to waste time with, I'm not a fan of needless skill checks when even a nat 20 won't be doing the job. We could say that you all for, a few minutes are just trying to do various ways of picking locks, shoulder checking this door. And it really seems like everybody or whoever feels like their character would want to, could you make me an Arcana check?
11. So 11 for me.
What'd everyone else get?
Oh, well, I got 12 for Gabo.
I got a 15.
Okay. You can tell that, like I kind of made mention to earlier, there seems to be this eerie essence coming from these doors, surrounding these doors. And it's as if like they just don't want to open. Like they're sentient beings almost with this eerie energy that it's just them not wanting to open. So it's not like any kind of barricades or locks. It's just the doors like not wanting to open right now.
And there's a window next to the door, you said?
Yes.
How big is it?
It's a small. There's on each side. They're like those skinny little windows on each side of the doors. It's not like one that.
I think I could fit through there. Let me try.
Your halberd might fit through.
No, I don't. This isn't working.
All windows open if you're, persistent enough.
If you're strong enough.
Yeah, I guess even I'm not small enough for this one. Unless one of you know that minimize-y spell thing. Right? Didn't the Giorgio wizard guy do that or something that one time? I'm asking that to Reggie.
Yes, but I do not know how to make the embiggening or the ensmallening. I can make you feel good with the curing of wounds, and shields of faith and so on. But the shiny boy has not seen fit to make me good at embiggening or smallening. You are the magic people here. You have embiggening, maybe?
I could cast Eldritch Blast at the window and break it.
Perhaps there is a back door.
There we go.
Or a chimney.
I will fit through a chimney like the Santa of Claus.
It's exactly what I was thinking.
I am very good at climbing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how are you gonna get you up there, wise guy? Unless you could jump 45 feet in the air.
I will try. The shiny boy will grant me the ability to jump to such prodigious heights.
Is your all turn to go and seek out another way to enter this manor. You hear a loud creak behind you, and you look back and you see that the doors have opened, seemingly on their own accord. Those unlooking blue eyes are now gone. The looming black space behind the entryway just stares menacingly back at you, inviting you to its abode.
No one said please, did they?
I guess the secret was giving up? Failure? It just wanted to see us lose?
I guess.
Let us venture forth into the dark house.
So inside of this, you are all in a foyer. The foyer is this large open space with the floor of black marble, and you see two imposing-looking, demonic-looking statues that are standing on either side of the foyer, as if motionlessly keeping watch over this empty room. And you see, so this is kind of, it's going to be kind of a little bit of a dungeon crawl, a little bit of a house crawl here. So bear with me as I make sure to try to keep you all remembering what kind of rooms and exits and things like that we've got working with. In the foyer, straight ahead of you is a stairwell waiting room, and you can see from here that waiting room goes further and opens up into a much larger room.
Yeah, Lumi's gonna gonna just kind of, tail wagging and excitedly wander into that waiting room area.
So up in this waiting room area, what's everybody's dark vision like? I think we got Centaur, Tabaxi, Goblin, and Githyanki. I don't know much about any of those races, to be honest. I don't know which of those have dark vision.
I do.
Tabaxis do, that makes sense.
Goblin does.
Goblins, okay, cool. So
they come from the Underdark. You would think they would have dark vision, but they don't.
Okay, so it's just okay. So it is Dr. Heckle and Reggie that do not have dark vision. So it's all dark in here. So we might need to do something about that.
I can do the shiny boy thing. Like, I know you like it and all that, but everyone's gonna see us coming.
It is well that I am able to see them coming.
Yes, and they probably already know we're here, so...
I can be very quiet.
I highly doubt that.
Are we doing light on Reggie's armor?
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Making him the shiny boy? Alright, so Gabo casts light on Reggie's armor, light spewing forth, and now everyone's able to see this in this manner. So inside of this like little waiting room, you see that it's like a step up into the waiting room. You see in the north section of this room, it's kind of angled. There's what looks like a spiral staircase that goes up, and it currently has a portcullis that's down barring that way. There is a soft cushioned couch that's sitting in the southwest corner of this room. It has an old children's doll laying on it. In the northeast corner, that's where the stairwell is, that climbs up or down. It is barred going to the second floor. The basement is opened up. It's a spiral staircase. And then beyond this room, you can see there is a griffin statue with its paw kind of up in a knocking posture. And then you can see further into the next room, it looks like maybe like a tea room. So there's a lot of information I just spewed at you all. Pretty much the couch with the children's doll on it, the statue of the griffin, spiral staircase that is portcullis going up, open going down, and then it opens up an entry, like it goes further into the house into the tea room.
Oh, look, a children's doll. I'm going to point it out as I would like to head over towards it and look at this doll. But I am going to bring it to everyone's attention as I'm walking towards it.
Yeah, those things are a lot more creepy when you're like the same size as them. It's messed up.
You're not that small, are you?
No, but I mean, it's close. I mean, if that thing jumped up at me, it could tackle me to the ground. You just have to kick it.
Dollies are fun toys for the children.
Dr. Heckle, you can do an investigation check on it if you'd like.
Okay. That's a 17. Investigation is +2, so 19 for me.
It's a very well-worn looking doll. There's no like damage or repair on it. It just looks like a very old doll. However, the eyes are this crystal blue that look eerily similar to the eyes that were looking out the window at you all.
I'm going to throw it back down on the couch. Would anyone like to make sure this thing doesn't jump up at us? Do you have a halberd? Stick it with the halberd.
Hello, small doll.
Just stick it. Don't talk to it.
I kind of, I said something.
Is this your house? It is very dark and scary. Perhaps you should consider redecorating. Hello, doll.
Meow. It's just a doll. I'll take it. I could use another, scratch toy for, when I go to sleep.
Yes, fantastic. Scratch away. I'm gonna toss it over.
I'll hold on to this little doll.
+1 to kitty toy.
What now? Which way should we go?
Someone has turned a griffin into metal over there.
Yeah, how big is it? Does it look life-size?
It is not life-size. It's on a pedestal that's about like 3 feet tall, so Gabo, it might be out of your reach. And it itself is about 2 feet tall. So the whole statue together is about 5 foot tall.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to get near even one of those. Think it'd eat me whole.
Someone has made it smaller and into metal.
It's called a statue.
A statue.
Why don't you go poke it?
How did you get into the Adventure Guild? Just out of curiosity, did you take an entrance exam, or?
My father is a baron.
That makes perfect sense now. So, what did you say, Gabo? I'm sorry. I cut you off. That was totally rude.
No, it's all right. I was just trying to, get Reggie over here to go poke it, so I don't have to.
I will charge the statue. Yeah, Reggie just lunges at the statue. This is Harvard.
What's the goal here?
Oh, push it over. I will slay the metal halberd for my friend. The metal
Okay,
griffin
go for it.
my friend.
Roll a like an attack roll on it.
Very well. 11.
11.
That's with a +8. So I rolled a 3.
Dang, that's very bad. You halberd this thing. You feel like it's kind of good, but it doesn't look good. It just bounces right off. You happen to clang into its kind of like raised knocker arm, and it lowers the arm down, and just vaguely off in the distance, deeper into this floor of the mansion, you hear what sounds like a grinding noise. And now its arm's down.
The griffin has surrendered.
Hey, look, it's showing us its secret hideout. Good job.
Thank you. The shiny boy guided my hand.
Yes, it appears dumb luck will be on our side tonight. Shall we proceed?
Onward.
Maybe you should lead the way, since, you're having all this luck.
Yes, I will go. Yeah, and Reggie just gallops in the direction of the grinding.
And
You're just
off he
glowing with
goes.
this blinding light.
Ha-ha!
In this next room, this tea room, it's a quarter room that's angled where now you all didn't see this really before. In the northwest corner of this room, there is a part of the wall that seems to be missing and is opened up into a hallway. And there's a big chandelier in the center of this room. There's 3 different tables that are set out across it. There is also to the south in this room. It continues down further, and you can see it's open. There's no doors. It's got raised stairs that go up into what looks like a dining room.
And this is the room that was revealed only from the griffin statue.
You would think that from the sound that you all heard, that part of the wall that's missing in the northeast part of the wall, that might be what the griffin's statue opened up. You guys were able to see into this whole big tea room before, but that part of the wall and into that hallway, that seems like what the griffin statue opened up to.
Well, as this was a hidden room, perhaps we should look into this. Perhaps there might be some clues as to finding our payday.
Yeah, we can go up those other stairs later, I mean, if it ended up just being a wine cellar or something. But not before tasting the wares, of course.
Yeah, it's a short walk. You can look right up into it, and you see about a 15-foot long, what looks like a very obvious secret passageway. It is like unfinished stone. It's not as like grandiose as the rest of this mansion has been so far, even though it has been, lost to time, wear and tear. But this is just bare stone walls throughout this entire passage. But at the end of the wall is what looks like a dead end.
Now, why would this hallway be hidden and it just leads to another dead end? It's probably another secret wall leading to some other griffin statue somewhere else in the house.
Yes, that logic seems logical. Yes.
You guys have any ideas?
Or maybe there's a button somewhere, and I'm going to start patting the wall around the dead end, looking for...
You could roll a investigation check or a perception check.
That would be perception, and that's a 17 plus 3. 18, 19,
Plus
20,
3,
not
30,
natural.
20. You're going along these walls in this entire hallway, and you think that you touched every single stone block in this place. This just looks like it was built sturdy and well made. With that 20, you do see that this wall that's blocking you looks eerily similar shape and size opening that you all came from.
It seems that Gabo is right. There's no way to get through this wall from this side, but it definitely seems like this is another secret door. Perhaps we should wander around the rest of the house and look for other clues.
Wait a minute.
I am very good at wandering.
Meow, good thinking.
What if pulling that lever closes this wall but opens that one?
It is quite possible, but that would separate us, and I'm not sure that is wise.
Alfred, your assistance is needed. And I do unseen servant, and this a waiter appears, and he's dressed in like kind of just like how Joe's dressed. I'm be like, Alfred, I need you to go over there and pull on that little leg thing. Don't worry, he's not real. It's just a statue. And I'm going to order Alfred to march over there and pull on the lever.
Alfred walks on over, lifts back up the palm of the griffin, and the doorway behind you all closes shut. The doorway in front of you opens. Damn it, Jeremy, that was supposed to be meant to split the party, and you solved my deathly riddle.
You, my friend, are a goblin of high intellect. I should like to...
Yeah, well, now I'm sorry, keep on going. I'll take the praise any day.
No, that's okay. You are right. We should probably leave this hallway as we're talking. But I should like to...
I am very large, and this is a small space.
And I'm going to go ahead and walk out the hallway.
What? When I get frightened of small spaces, I have bowel problems. Let us make haste.
This next room is, it seems like just a bare open, it's that much like the same stone of the secret passageway, but it's a little bit more open. And from here, there are two different sets of doors. There is a single door straight south from you all. And then immediately diagonal to that one door is a set of double doors, going more to the east.
So what do we think? Should we go south or east?
I do not know. Let me use my divine sense. Shiny boy, guide me. So, I can detect good and evil. Until the end of my next turn, I can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Oh my god. You guys are killing me. You're killing me. Reggie, you turn on your celestial spidey senses, and you're very distracted by these spidey senses. You're not getting any feel from any other, like any door, or anything from any other rooms. You're getting a pretty big drawing to that Tabaxi's bag.
You have a bad bag.
My bag?
The bad bag. Remove the bad bag.
Meow. Okay. And I'll set the bag on the ground.
Reggie pokes it with his halberd. What is in the bad bag?
Meow. Well, that's where I put the doll.
The dolly is the bad dolly.
Well, put your pokey stick away for a minute and let me grab it. And...
Be careful. It is a strong bat.
I'll pull the dolly out and put it on the ground for for my centaur friend here.
Reggie's just going to smash it with his halberd.
Go ahead and roll an attack for me, please.
14.
Ooh, just so you smash down on the stall, and it actually tries to roll away right before your halberd smashes, and it is close. It is close to getting away from that, but as she's rolling away, she's exposing the back of her shoulder, and you nick into that, and a piece of porcelain falls off, and at that, it stands up, and it lets out this wallow that fills this entire stone cavern that you guys are in right now, this stone room. Can everybody make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh, no.
How wise is Reggie? That's a good question.
14 for
too
Lumi.
bad. He's proficient with wisdom saving throws at least.
21.
Oh, I got a natural 20.
Anybody below a 15? So 15 is the DC we are looking for.
Yeah, that would definitely be me with that 2 plus 0.
Yeah. Oh, dang. Yeah. Just a little bit. So you would be frightened by this wail, this scream, and you become paralyzed with your fear. At the end of each of your turns, though, you can continue to make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw to break out of that paralyzation from fear. So was it just Reggie and Gabo that succeeded on that? Lumi and...
Yeah, I rolled a 14.
Okay. Yeah, oh, jeez. Oh, Lumi, just barely. Yeah, so after that wail, she looks at Gabo, who seems to be just about the same height, and just jumps right on Gabo's face. And Gabo, these talons, these claws seem a lot sharper than they actually look. She is going to slash at you, and then we will get into initiative right after this. I just realized I don't have a dice roller out.
God damn it! No, stop! Get it off! Damn it!
Bad Dolly!
Kick it! Horse thing! Kick it!
I am not a horse thing!
So that claw was an 18 plus 6 for 7 slashing damage.
Oh, yeah, misses. Yeah. 7 slashing damage?
Yeah. And then just from her right hand, she pulls out a like a butcher knife, and it's a 12 plus a 6. Is it? How's
12 plus 6 hits.
It stabs into just like right into your tricep. That is going to be 11 points of damage.
Okay.
That is not safe for the children.
I've been stuck.
Let's go ahead and roll initiative. Everybody, even those paralyzed, so that we can see when you... she rolled bad at least, so she's 6, so she's probably going to be last.
Plus 0 for initiative. So 15 for me.
Natural 1.
19 for Lumi.
I got 13.
All right, Lumi, go ahead and please roll me a wisdom saving throw, and we'll see that if you can break out of that paralysis.
That's a 22.
Ooh, nice. Yes, that is good. So that's like your turn, unfortunately, but now you are good, and maybe the shock of seeing this thing claw and stab your buddy broke you out of that paralyzation. Doctor, let's see if you have that same luck.
All right. This is a wisdom saving throw, right? Jesus. Nope. That's a 2 plus 0.
Another?
Yeah.
Didn't you just roll a 2 last time, too? Jeez. Yeah, you're still even seeing your friend stabbed. You know what? It might make it worse. You might be more afraid now. Gabo, you've got this doll clinging to your face, knife stabbed in your shoulder. It's your turn.
Okay, as I'm like screaming, like, get off! Damn it, you! I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians.
Isn't that a pretty big spell?
So this thing appears It's like this. It kind of looks like it's made out of light, and it looks kind of like me but bigger and with these wings. And it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I like how your spirit guardian's just you but big. What?
Well, multiple of them, and they're flying around me. 15.
It rolled a 4, so I don't think anything it's got is going to save that. It's a +0, so no.
All right. So it takes 3d8 radiant damage. 21 damage.
As these big gobos are swirling around and hitting into this doll, trying to knock it from your face, you see more. It looks like just like chips of that porcelain falling off. So if anything, it's actually making this doll look a little bit creepier than it already was, which was not a high bar to establish already. And now it's just got these like blank spaces in it throughout its entire face, but it's still clinging on. Oh shoot, it's doll turn. Doll turn now. It must make another wisdom saving throw because it started its turn there. Cool. 10 +0, so just 10 more damage. Right. It takes 3d8 radiant damage. Oh, this one's not nearly as good. It's 11 damage. Okay. Now it's both of its arms have those chips and those like missing holes that are just like going into that darkness. That it's just like slowly shattering this doll, but it's still maintaining its form well enough. The doll is going to, after these chunks of porcelain are falling off of it, it is going to grab your face, remove the knife from your shoulder blade, look you right in the eye, and give this wicked grin. And then, for its bonus action, it's just disappears into the shadows, and you just hear a laughter echoing throughout the house.
God, I hate those creepy-ass dolls. You see that thing? I almost used my biggest spell on it just because I told you guys not to mess with them, and now we got this murderous doll after us.
It was a bad dolly.
I'm bleeding all over the place. I'm gonna have to buy a new bag. I'm pretty sure half the salt that I had here in this salt bag is filled with my blood now.
Come here and let me touch you with my good hands. I will make you feel better. So yeah, good lay on hands for how much damage did you take?
I have taken
18.
Yeah. I'll give you all back. Yeah, you can have 18.
Oh yeah, so you've got what, 25 that you can do a day? Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
Hey, watch where you're out.
Hold still and let my good hands do their work.
How are you doing that?
I am empowered by the shiny boy.
Yeah, but everyone knows this magic stuff has lasting side effects. I mean, if you just eat a good meal, balanced diet, you'll be as healthy as they come. This stuff's gonna give me cancer or something.
One time I tried to eat while balancing. It was very messy.
Is it gone? Oh, it's gone. All right. Good. Let's go this way, shall we?
And I'm gonna kind of like waddle over in like a terrified manner towards the double doors towards the east.
Hello everybody, it is your Dungeon Master Adam DeWeese here. Thank you all so much for checking out this week's episode of One Shot Onslaught, and a special thank you to all of our guests on this episode. Hope you're all enjoying it so far. I know I had a blast recording this episode, and I cannot wait for you all to hear the finale also in 2 weeks from now. This week's episode of One Shot Onslaught is sponsored by Podcorn. Hey, do you have a podcast? Are you looking for an easy way to monetize that podcast no matter what size show you have? Then you need to head over to podcorn.com. We've been using Podcorn for a little bit now, and we've gotten sponsors for not only this show, but some other shows on the Majestic Goose Network like Roll for Weird and Halfway to Heroes. It could not be more simple. All you do is you sign up for an account, and then you can see a list of sponsors that are currently looking for shows to advertise. And there's a variety of different ways they can advertise. They can advertise in mid-rolls and pre-rolls, topical discussions, or even interviews and guest spots on podcasts. And then you just set your rate that you want for that, say, mid-roll, like we are doing right here. Write them up a pitch, send it off to them, and wait to hear back. If you hear back and they like your pitch, then you record them an ad, send it off to them. They give you the approval, put it in an episode, and you get paid. It's as simple as that. If you want to find out more about Podcorn, you can go down into the show notes below, click on the link. That is podcorn.com. Huge thank you to Podcorn for sponsoring this episode, and explore what other sponsorship opportunities are out there on Podcorn and start monetizing your podcast now. Hey, if you are not yet a member of our Discord, please go over to bit.ly/one-shot-discord. That is all spelled out. You can come and hang out with the cast of our show, and we are in there all day, every day, talking about all the different shows we have on the Majestic Goose Network. We are talking about video games, tabletop gaming. We have board game nights on Tabletop Simulator. We have a lot of people that look for groups for D&D and other tabletop systems on that server. So come hang out. It's a very welcoming, awesome place to meet new friends. And then also head over to themajesticgoose.com. There you can find information about all the different shows on the network. It's always growing. And you can also find a lot of really, really cool merchandise, a lot of cool stickers, shirts, hoodies. We've really got some fantastic options up there. Also, if you're not, please give us a follow on twitch.tv/one-shot-onslaught. There we have a huge variety of streams where we have a new show coming up every Monday called Modra's Bloodsport Arena, or NBA. It's going to be like a sportscast arena type weekly Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition show. We've got Roll for Weird one Friday a month. We've got Shitty Cowboys every other Saturday. We've got Solo Rolling, where I play Dungeons & Dragons by myself every single Thursday. We've got That's Pretty Crafty coming up on, I think, every Tuesday, maybe every other Tuesday. That is Danny and Dragonbait making different nerdy crafts on stream. A lot of really cool shows, so go check that out. Again, that is twitch.tv/one-shot-onslaught, or you can click the show notes below. All right, I will let you all get right back into this episode. Cannot wait for you all to see how this one is wrapped up. I will talk to you all at the end of this episode. Bye, everybody. You open up these doors. They're not locked. Inside is out of that stone area that you all have been in, these two like secret passages, and it's back to what looks like in this room once was a well-made room, but it looks like it was like a magical, or even maybe even like a some kind of training room. It's a large open space. There are 3 stone mannequins along the southern wall. They seem to have been practice targets, because behind them are just these large black blast marks dirtying the wall. The silhouette's like in the middle where it looks like a cartoon outline. And there is a large iron double door into a room further to the east.
Well, it looks like someone here knew Eldritch Blast at one time.
Yeah, either that or they don't know how to light a stove properly.
Yes, that could be. I don't see any stoves, but...
That is work for servants. Iron door is where strong things hide. Reggie's going to the iron door. Just...
Hey, maybe I should go first. These flying guys could take care of them. I still got the Spirit Guardians for like 9 more minutes.
Oh, nice. We could do that. Yeah, you pop up in these double doors, and inside it's small-ish room compared to the room that you are exiting. It looks like a secret room that was maybe like an escape room, preparation room. There's 4 faded black cloaks with hoods that are hanging on hooks along the back wall. And then there is a door that is currently open, and it looks like it goes out into some garden hedges that exit in, like, out into the fields beyond the manor.
Oats! Reggie's like bounded towards the fields.
Is this door on like the north or south or?
The way that this room exits out onto to the east, and then it's like the wide open fields of the, like, behind where the house was. It's like outside now.
Okay.
Reggie's just like excitedly like galloping around the fields for a bit, and then like does his centaur zoomies, and then comes back. It's like, ha! The fields are very good.
You find those tasteless oats that you love so much.
Oats are very delicious, but they were not present in the field. There was dandelions.
Yeah, it was mostly, all the fields were mostly just, overgrown, just weeds, and they have not been taken care of over the last century, even.
Dandelions are not tasty like oats.
You should probably check yourself for bugs.
I'm looking. They are not on my armor.
Good. Prancing around in overgrown fields, you wouldn't want to get some kind of disease or anything.
I am immune to disease. The shiny boy protects me.
Must be nice.
Yeah, Reggie rolls over and gives himself a dust bath. His armor is clanking and obviously just making tortured metal noises as he rolls around on the ground.
Wow.
Well, it seems to me... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. It's okay.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, while this is happening, could Lumi be checking out these robes, seeing if there's anything to them?
Yeah, you could do an investigation check on them.
Hey, how is a 22?
22 is very... You give them all 4 a very quick and good thorough look over, and it looks like they're kind of like bug out robes. There's nothing that seems to stick out about them. They seem to be made out of just, plain cotton, I guess. But it just seems like they're just
fantasy
there.
Cotton.
Fantasy cotton. Well, I guess they'd be. I mean, there's fields here.
Fantasy cotton.
It just seems like they were there just to whoever needs to flee can use those as disguises to drape over themselves.
Okay. No keys in any pockets or anything?
No keys or in any pockets. Yeah, nothing magical or anything.
I do enjoy the notion of a bug-out cloak.
A bug-out cloak.
It's hit the fan. Time to put on this cloak.
Now no one can recognize me.
It seems quite curious that there are 4 cloaks in an escape room inside this mansion. I see dots, although I'm not able to connect them.
Reggie looks around.
Yeah, it could have been because you were staring at Reggie's armor too long. I mean, that stuff will damage your eyes.
It is very shiny.
Yes. Thank you for that, by the way. I can't see without it, so... It appears that we only have 2 options. One, going out in the fields and coming around back to the front door. Or backtracking the way we came and taking the other door in the secret stone room. Do you think that doll is still there?
Meow, I don't think we gotta worry about the doll anymore.
I'm glad you feel confident. I sure don't. I think that doll is watching us right now.
You feel confident. I feel my halberd. And Reggie just lovingly strokes his halberd. The bad dolly will not come.
Maybe there's something we missed in there. I mean, some lever opening another secret door.
It's quite possible. We were distracted by the doll. Let's go look. would someone care to lead the way? I'll take up the middle.
Yeah, Reggie's just in the front. He doesn't really know where he's going, but he's just happy to be going somewhere.
All right, so are we going back into the stone secret passage room and then the single door to the south? Is that where we're going?
I think Gabo wanted to look in the room for like levers and stuff like that, so we want to go into the stone room and
properly scour it.
Okay, yes. That was the all stone room. Again, like I said, I don't like doing rolls that are super meaningless. I will just say that carrying over, I think it was Dr. Heckle that searched the the secret passageway earlier. This entire room looks, I mean, besides the shape and size of it, looks identical to that. It's just like this bare stone. It seems like this room is only existing to be a passageway. There's nothing kind of that's standing out as, like any hidden levers or anything like that, except for it just seems like a passageway to this double door and this single door.
It does not appear to be anything other than a passageway. Perhaps we should check the other door. Would any of you like to go first?
Yeah, Lumi will try the door first.
Oh, great.
This time.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Lumi, you open up this door. Inside, it's the smallest room you found yet by far. It looks like an old bedroom. The bed's just lying in shambles on the southern side of the room. It's like a 15-foot by 15-foot room. There's an old desk. Much of it is the same state of the bed, where it's just run down.
Yeah, Lumi's going to go over to the desk and take a peek at whatever's there.
Okay, roll me a perception check, please.
Ugh. It's 15.
15 is very good.
9 plus 6.
You see a very obvious journal, first off, and then you find a secret compartment on the right side of the desk that pops open, and on inside there is a scroll. It's got arcane symbols on it, so you'll need to make an Arcana check to kind of decipher what the scroll is, but you've got that.
Okay.
With your 15, that journal looks like it is about to crumble. You may want to handle that thing with care, because it seems like it's decades, centuries, maybe even old, and the parchment and the binding are not what they once were.
Sure. I don't even pick it up. I just very delicately, with one of my claws, just kind of just open it to try and spool through.
So it's definitely a journal. It says 12th day of Mithul. Today the general meets with his new advisor. She becomes highly regarded. Hopefully she can guide the general down the righteous path. Below that it says 14th day of Mithril. The new advisor, Gertrude, has only been in our service for 2 days, and already I see a change in the general. He hangs on to every word she spills. I only hope that it's the word of good. The rest is kind of lost. You can't really read. The ink's been just blurring through the pages. You carefully flip another page. It says 25th day of Mithril. Something is wrong. The general dismisses the lords. He has advised that he will not meet with them in council about the orc armies marching on us. This new advisor holds all of his attention. She feeds him with poison of her words and turns him against his people. She must be stopped. Again, some more blurred ink, flipping carefully, delicately. Says 30th day of Mithril. Today is the day that I, Mapril Brightshine, make a stand for the greater good. She will die by my hand, and my name will be forever muddied. But I see her for what she really is, a night witch. And after that, the journal is blank.
Meryl, looks Looks like there was a general that must have lived here at some point and got mixed up with some kind of bad witch. I bet, bet dollars to donuts that the doll over there probably connected to the witch somehow.
Did you say witch?
Yeah, it's all right here in this this journal here.
Oh dear, oh dear. Day witch or night witch?
Well, it says night witch in here, but that could just be a saying.
Okay.
Meow.
How about a sandwich? I can make a few of those if we need them.
I do not like sandwich.
I am feeling a bit peckish. Perhaps we should go to the kitchen where it's nice and open and, not so creepy. I'd like a sandwich.
Sure, we can, we can go to the kitchen. I'm not opposed.
No, you are a goblin.
As long as there's no flying knives or anything. No more creepy dolls or anything like that.
I think you'd be very comfortable in the kitchen, and I'm feeling peckish, so you could make some sandwiches in the nice open kitchen where it's safe and not creepy. Let's go. Sorry, go ahead.
Isn't this whole place kind of creepy? Meow.
Hey, I wasn't gonna say anything, but yeah, a little bit.
It has a bad dolly that it attacks people. And nobody has done their beds. It is bad. The servants must not be very good.
I don't think there's any servants here anymore. Let's go to the kitchen, okay?
And there is no Ferris wheel. Benny said it was Ferris wheel house.
Ferris wheel house?
Some Ferris Manor, Ferris wheel, something. Anyway, it is very disappointing.
That does seem to be some false advertising on their part, but that's different. Let's go to the kitchen, and I'm gonna start shoving the horse centaur.
He sort of looks around as if to wonder what's happening, and then
So here's the question: what's the plan on getting back to?
It's closed off.
Yeah, because the entrance sealed as we
So I don't know a lot about Unseen Servant. Can Gabo
It lasts 1 hour.
Can you talk to it telepathically, or are you gonna try to yell really loud and hope it hears you?
As a bonus action, I can mentally command it.
Okay, cool. And does it have a range restriction?
Yeah, so it has to be... Well, it can move up into 15 feet. Well, see, it says... Yeah, it just has to be within range, and that's 60 feet. So
as long as
I'm looking at it right now.
Right?
So if we go through the...
If you go in the passageway...
when you cast it the first time, so.
5, 10, 15... It's about 40 feet from the passageway to the statue. Yeah.
I'll go to the end and go, hey, Alfred! You still in there, buddy?
Does it talk to you?
Go ahead and open it up again.
You assume that Alfred lifts the paw back up back down, because the door behind you all slides shut, and then the door in front of you all slides open. You're back now in the tea room.
All right, Alfred, welcome back. Has it been 10 minutes, or do I still have the Guardians too? Do I just have all these things I've summoned?
I think probably with Lumi investigating the journal and reading the journal and letting you all know what that was about, and with searching and looking around this stone room, I think that it's probably been about 10 minutes now.
Hey, finally, you're all together. Oh, man. And then they just disappear. Well, at least you're still here, Alfred.
Does it talk?
No, but he gets a little cheeky sometimes. You can see it in the way he gestures and his... You can tell.
Well, Alfred gestures over to the spiral staircase.
What is over there? You see it? Wait, it's not that creepy ass doll again, is it?
Do you want to walk around the corner and check it out?
I don't know why I keep talking to him. He's like a cat.
Shiny boy.
No offense, saying to Tabaxi, but it's not like he's going to ever respond.
Shiny boy, tell us if the bad dolly thing is nearby. So I'm using my divine sense again. I mean, if it's not behind total cover, so I guess if it's in a different room or something, then I can't detect it.
That makes it easier. You're not getting any kind of reading anywhere. You do hear little pitter patters of footsteps above you all, like not on the ceiling, but like on the next floor, and you hear that that child's giggle coming from the second floor.
Oh dear. I'm gonna kind of like grab on to the tabaxi and.
Meow. It'll be okay. I promise. We'll just, we see something, we'll just blast it, and it'll all be over. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Kitchen. Sandwiches.
Aren't you Githyanki supposed to be like the fiercest warriors in the universe?
Rumors can be harsh and stereotypes should not be listened to. You should do well to just kind of judge a person by who they are and not by what you hear about them. I am of extreme intellect and I don't do warriors things very well. But if you ask me to brew you a potion, I'm your guy.
If you're a super smart guy, shouldn't you know that, worrying just makes you suffer twice?
Yes, but bottling up your fears are not good. I could Hulk out and smash things, and you wouldn't like that.
Why don't we just go get the sandwiches going? Let's go find that kitchen.
Yeah.
I am bored.
Alfred, kind of, as you around the corner, you see Alfred nodding his head towards the spiral staircase. You see that it still has the open spiral staircase down to the basement, but now that portcullis that was blocking the entryway up towards the second floor is now open. It's been removed, so now you can use the spiral staircase however you would like.
Oh, that's awfully convenient.
Now, how are you going to get up those stairs?
Quickly.
How steep is the
Reggie's
spiral
going
staircase?
Are you running up the stairs?
Yeah, Reggie's going for it. He asked how he's going to do it, and he said quickly, so he's charging.
How long does that light thing last? Is his armor still bright?
I think
that's also 1 hour.
Okay.
and it's a cantrip, so right?
Yeah, it's
we can keep that on however.
Lasting spells.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Reggie, you bound up these stairs, and you end up in a hallway that it's got a path down south and a path that forks around a corner to the north. This entire hallway that you're in kind of branches off a couple different ways. It goes down to the south, it goes north, and then takes around a corner. The hallway to the south has a few doors on it. It's got, looking around, you see one set of double doors, a single door. Those are the only doors you see to the south, and then the hallway to the north branches off. You can't see where exactly that one goes because it goes around a corner.
Reggie would probably just go to the first one he saw.
Did he just go up the stairs without us?
Yeah, I guess we should get up there before he gets
Yeah,
lost.
he's got the light.
You ever hear how, like, cows will walk upstairs and then they can't go back down? You know, I've never seen him go upstairs before, so I sure hope centaurs aren't like that. Because I don't think the three of us can carry him.
I'm sure they have windows up there. We could just push him out a window.
That's true. I mean, it's like 20 feet. He'll be alright. Plus the shiny boy or whatever's got him, right? I mean, that's what he says.
Who's leading?
Like, I guess I'll go next. Just make sure that the creepy ass doll doesn't sneak up behind me or something.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. You take the back just in case the doll's coming, and I'll go ahead and run up the stairs where Reggie is. And I start walking up the stairs.
Leaving Dr. Heckle to carry up the rear.
Dr. Heckle is walking up the stairs backwards, just like.
You know, the best thing about playing Reggie is I don't have to think.
You just do whatever.
Somebody just points me in a direction and off I go.
Reggie, well, the first door that you were going to, as you all come up the spiral stairs, Gabo, you can just see Reggie's tail flapping as he enters into a room down towards the south. Reggie, it looks like a laundry room. There's a bench that's running along the southern wall of it. There's a large iron stirring pot for like washing clothes. There's also what looks like just this green ghostly apparition that's like stirring this ectoplasmic load of dirty clothes.
Hello, servant.
It turns its head and looks at you, but it keeps stirring the clothes in the laundry pot.
I am Sir Reginald Fedlock Smythe. I am an aristocrat. Hello.
Hey, Reggie, what'd you find down here? Oh, my God, what is that?
It is a green servant.
Is this your friend?
Say hello.
Hey. Is that your friend? Like Alfred here?
I hope that he will become my friend. Hello. Laundry servant. I will give you a shiny gold coin.
It looks back at the pot of the dirty clothes, and then it just disapparates and vanishes from view. And it's just left in a dirty, old, rundown laundry room.
This is disappointing.
Maybe because you offered it money, you broke its curse?
Servants always want money. Servants require payment.
Yeah, well, now he's gone, so...
We have lifted the curse.
Well, whose ever laundry it is probably going to be pretty pissed. This stuff's going to be mildewed.
I do not know how does a laundry.
I think you just stir, and then you wring it out, and then you hang it to dry.
There's like zero water in this bowl, right? It was all just like ghost laundry.
Now that the ghost is gone, you go up to it, and it's just a big empty cauldron, yeah.
Reggie's just like stabbing the bottom of it with his halberd. It's just clang, clang, clang. Is this laundry?
Sure, good job.
Yay!
Does anything else in the room stand out? I have a passive perception of 14.
After the ghost has vanished, there doesn't seem to be anything else. It's a small room, and what's taking up the majority of the room, the biggest part of the room, is that big stirring pot. But Reggie seems to have investigated it pretty thoroughly with his halberd. It definitely seems to be empty now.
And there was a set of double doors in this hallway as well?
Yes, a little bit further. This just happened to be the first door, so Reggie just dipped into it real quick.
I sure hope this isn't the kitchen, because this place is rancid.
You pop open these double doors, and dang, this looks like a kitchen.
Oh, this is the kitchen. Thank God. I thought that pot back there was all I had to work with. This is worse than when I worked on that Carnival cruise.
No, this looks like there's a hot plate with a fire pit below it. It doesn't look like it's been used for a millennia. There is a bench on the southern wall in this double-door kitchen that there's wooden cupboards, 4 of them in total that are fixed above like head height on all sides, 4 in total. There are pots, pans, knives, and cups, dulled and tarnished from age, hanging from hooks below the cupboards. Along the southern wall, there is a hole in the floor, which was once used for what looks like a pulley-driven like dumbwaiter between the kitchen and downstairs in this room. A decent-sized hole, but it looks like the mechanism for actually carrying stuff up and down has been long eroded away. And you also see on the hot plate on the opposite side of the room, it looks like a small treasure chest that's just sitting on the hot plate.
Oh, look, Do you think there's money in there? I'm gonna walk over and try to open it up.
What's everybody's passive perception?
16.
11.
Passive perception. 13.
Yeah, mine's 14.
Gabo, you notice as soon as Doctor gets about halfway through the room, the air in this kitchen just grows about 10 degrees colder. You can feel it on your skin. You get those goose pimples. And the cabinets open up. And as soon as they open up, knives and cutlery from the cupboards and from the hooks below start to shoot towards your good friend Dr. Hackle.
You gotta be kidding me!
Hello, everybody. It's your Dungeon Master, Adam DeWeese again. Hey, thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode, and a special thank you to all of our current patrons. So thank you so much. Tiana H., Talking Anime with Mitch, Robert C., Lawful Stupid Podcast, Ryan P., Jeremy Fair, Weaver S., Zoltar, Loki Strike, Jason Pravat, Bradley M., Danny T., Brittany D., Bay Area Beer Socials, Remus S., Jorian Drake, Drew Rundu, Joan Lorber, and Danny M. You all are keeping not just this show, but all of our other shows up and running. It costs quite a bit to host multiple podcasts and websites and different recording software and editing software, things like that, and music. It all really does add up, and with the help of you all patrons, it helps us lighten that load. Not to mention, you get a lot of really cool bonus content if you sign up for Patreon. So you can head over to patreon.com/OneShotOnslaught for as little as $1 a month. It will get your name on this list, and that $1 actually gets you quite a lot of stuff. You can play in one-shots with us on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/OneShotOnslaught. We do at least one patron one-shot a month, usually 2 or 3 even sometimes, where if you're one of our patrons, you can come hang out and I will run a one-shot for you on our Twitch channel. It's always a lot of fun, and we love to see this list grow. Another list we really love to see grow is our ratings and reviews. So if you have not yet left us a 5-star rating review, we would absolutely love if you would take the 5 seconds it takes to do that real quick. Such as Outlaw Star 65 said, "Small world!" I started listening to you guys on Halfway to Heroes on the 4th episode, and just recently started to listen to this podcast. I was watching the YouTube videos and went to the oldest videos and was shocked to see my buddy from my old work, Zarbanon. Just want to let you all know that you guys rock, and thank you for the story you guys tell. And then Silly Neos says, "Hours of fun and laughs. The antics these guys get up to are fantastic. It keeps me entertained for hours, and the dull work days just fly by when I listen. They've got a great community on their Discord, and it's just great to see them just living their best life. Keep up the great work, you guys. I'm always looking forward to new releases." Both of you, thank you so much for these kind words. It really does mean a lot to us. That's really cool that Outlaw Star, you actually knew Nathan, who was on the show before it was an actual podcast, back when we were just doing YouTube videos. That's is indeed a small world. And thank you, Silly Neos. I hope I didn't butcher your name too bad. If you want me to read your rating review, just leave it here on iTunes, and I will read it at the end of one of these episodes. We actually have a giveaway currently going on our Majestic Goose Twitter. That is @GooseMajestic. Head over there. We are giving away a Dice Vault / Dice Tray from JBG Garage Crafts. So go. All you have to do is follow that Twitter account and then retweet that giveaway tweet. It is the pinned tweet. It ends this coming Saturday, the 17th. So don't sleep on that. Hurry up and get into that. We are trying to grow that podcast network account so that I have less Twitter accounts I need to manage, because then that one's kind of the umbrella account. And seriously, last thing I want to say is just thank you all so much for listening and hanging out with us. It really does mean so much to us, and I cannot wait to drop the next Halfway to Heroes next Tuesday and this one in 2 Tuesdays from now. Thank you, everybody. A Majestic Goose Podcast.
Honk.
Last time on One Shot Onslaught, the guild members were hired to find a wizard's apprentice in a spooky, spooky house. There was a creepy doll that was stalking them, and nobody seemed to ever listen to Gabo or any of his worries about the house, such as his worry about the creepy doll that happened to attack him, or the flying knives in the kitchen. After finding a journal, it seems that this home once belonged to a town master of a long-forgotten town that once stood in this forest that one day got a new advisor and slowly but surely became corrupted by her will. The gang decided to try to find the kitchen upstairs so Gabo could cook them up a home-cooked meal so everyone could feel a little bit better. However, as soon as they walked in that kitchen, knives started to erupt from the cabinets around the room, flying right at our adventurers, and that is where we left off. I did, before the episode starts, want to give one quick content warning. At 26 minutes and 30 seconds until 27 minutes and 32 seconds, there is a scene that involves a child's death. I give a content warning right before it also, but I just wanted to let you all know the range of time. So if you've got a 30-second skip ahead, you can hit it twice when you get to that content warning. So please enjoy the finale to The Haunt by PB Publishing. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and roll initiative against these flying knives. Yes, Gabo, these flying knives.
16.
10.
Gabo has a 13.
Who am I playing again? Oh, Dr. Heckle. Okay. Dr. Heckle has a 9.
I mean, it has been 6 months.
The way this is going to work is, Lumi, you were up next, but before you take your turn, the cabinet all the way on the far left is going to open up really quickly, spit out 2 flying knives right at you, and I just need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Quick like a kitty. That is a 14.
14, you just dodge out of the way. It cuts out a few of your whiskers just from the side of your face. Just barely saved against that. And now it is your turn.
Seemed like the attack came from the cabinet, or are these knives actually like floating? Like,
there's knives underneath all 4 of these cabinets also that are dangling, and they're pretty violently shaking and kind of like pulling towards you. But so far, all of the knives that have shot out have actually come from inside of the cabinets.
yeah, I'm gonna just blast that cabinet that opened up at me with Eldritch Blast.
Hit that cabinet.
2 beams. 2 beams. We've got an 18 and a 17.
Okay, those both hit these very stagnant cabinets, yes.
Okay.
You know what? How about you... Can you... I always forget this. For warlocks, can you split your beams towards different targets, or do they have to hit the same target?
I think you can split them.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Let's roll 1 damage first real quick, and let's see how this cabinet fares before...
Sure.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a 9.
That cabinet, you knock one door off, the other is hanging by one hinge. It looks like it's just barely hanging in there.
Second beam is gonna be a 14.
Yes, that explodes that cabinet. And now there are only 3 cabinets left on the walls. Next up is Gabo. Gabo, will you make me a dexterity saving throw real quick? One of the remaining cabinets opens up real quick. 2 knives come shooting out at you.
Okay. That is a 17.
You definitely dodged out of the way of those knives flying at you. You came ready and expecting these flying knives.
Yeah, I'm gonna dive out of the way, and do they just like stick into the ground, or are they like still floating?
Nope. Just stick right in the ground. It's like the knives aren't themselves, magical and able to, it's just like something like shooting them out and expelling them from the cabinets.
But I'm not able to see it. And there's how many cabinets left?
There's 3 left.
Okay. Well then, yeah, I guess I'm gonna run. Well, the cabinets are not a creature, right? So can't really target them very well.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking about?
Well, I'm thinking that I cannot hit them with Toll of the Dead nor Sacred Flame because I cannot target them.
You can try.
I'm going to attempt to cast Toll of the Dead. And I'm going to say,
You desecrate this holy place. You come to ruin a kitchen. We just came here to eat a sandwich, you monster.
And I'm going to shoot out Toll of the Dead. It's going to be a big bell.
I think it's going to be close. I rolled a 12. Let me see what this... it's a wisdom saving throw?
Yes. So it'd be 13.
I will just let you know that it was hard for me to spell it. It's got a +0.
Okay.
So it's actually going to fail that.
So yeah, I just curse it for ruining this place. I'm just trying to eat a snack.
How much damage does it take?
It takes 1d8 or 1d12 if it already has lost hit points.
This one has not lost hit points yet.
7 damage.
Yeah, you see one of the doors just fly off from inside as that loud bell ringing noise goes off from inside that cabinet. You got anything else, or are we ready to?
No, that's it. I'm gonna run over and hide behind the side. Is there like a fridge or something, or like a cooler icebox?
Yes, there is an icebox.
I'm gonna hide behind the icebox and I can use a bonus action to hide for my nimble escape. So I'm going
as a
to
goblin.
hide.
Okay, cool. Next up is Reggie.
Reggie's gonna cast Bless.
Real quick, Reggie. Another cabinet just boop, boop, shoots 2 knives at you. Can you make me a dexterity saving throw real quick? Someone's got to get hit by knives eventually, right?
What is my dex? 17.
Dang it! Your horsey hooves just clank away.
Not
from
today, knives.
You're so big. You're such a big, easy target.
I like to think he kind of avoids it just by getting distracted by something and just turning it the right way.
Yeah. Okay, you're good. You don't get hit by any knives.
So yeah, Reggie casts Bless. Shiny boy, preserve my friends with their fast reflexes against these flying knives. So yeah, for the benefit of those who don't know, that provides an extra D4 to any attack roll or saving throw that you make within the next minute.
Okay. You got anything else, like any kind of bonus actions or anything?
I don't think so, because I cast a spell instead of attacking. So yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Hey, Doctor, will you roll me a dexterity saving throw, please?
That is a 7 plus 0, so 7 for me.
Finally!
Plus your D4? Would that be
D4?
Well, yeah, let me...
Free Bless.
Nah, that's not gonna make a difference.
That would be a 1, so 8.
Yes. One of the knives miss you, but one of them goes right into, right next to your shin bone, into your leg, and you will take just 3 slashing damage. Which it seems like a knife hitting you in the shin might be a little bit more than 3, but 2, 3
damage. I'm going to let out a pathetic yowl of a shriek. Ah! As the knife sinks in and I let out that yowl, I'm going to kind of look down and I'm going to I suppose it's time, and I'm going to pull out a little vial that has bulk up on it, and there's this little green goo in it, and as a bonus action I'm going to drink it. and my muscles are going to kind of bulge outwards, and my head gets a little bit bigger, and the hair kind of shrinks upwards. And I'm going to let out a... And I'm going to stomp on over to the cupboard and bonk smash right on top of the cupboards as I rage.
So there's 3 left. 2 have been unharmed. 1, Gabo bursted off 1 door. Would you like to hit an unharmed one or the one?
Yeah, I'm attacking the unharmed one.
Cool.
Closest to me. Plus. So that's a 12 plus 5.
Yep. Hit it.
Okay. That's 5 plus 2, so 5, 6, 7 damage.
And was that with, what was that with? A weapon or your bare hands?
That is the unarmed feat, yeah.
Yeah, you start smashing apart this cupboard. It's got these wicked holes throughout both the doors. It's still kind of hanging and kind of mounted to the wall. Do you have 2 attacks yet?
I believe...
I think at level 5, if you're a full barbarian, I think you have 2 attacks now.
Yeah, I have extra attack, yep.
Yep,
So
would you like to?
Yep, I'm going to do it again. Smash.
Hulk smash it.
That's a 14 plus 5.
Yep.
19. Right? Is that the right math? And then the D8 plus 2. Oh, 1, 2, 3. 3 damage. Same cupboard.
Go ahead and describe how you smash that cupboard up.
I'm just going to come down with both fists for the first one, smashing a big dent, and then just punch inside the cabinet.
So now there's just 1 fully intact cabinet and 1 that is missing 1 door from Gabo. Lumi, you are back up. Oh, wait. Dex save, please. As 2 knives come out of the fully intact one.
That would be a nat 20.
You just sidestep it very elegantly, and they miss you kind of comically bad.
I guess I'll do Eldritch Blast, 1 beam on each cabinet.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, the one that Gabo hit is not looking very good, so...
So the first one is a 20.
Do you want the first one to go to the already hurt one?
Yes.
Or the fully...
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I meant to... Yeah, the first one's going to go to the hurt one. And that's a 25 to hit.
Yep.
Only 6 damage.
It's enough. It is enough to knock off that last door and just smash apart the backing of that cabinet.
Second beam is going to be a 18 to hit.
That hits.
10 plus 8, so... And that's 7 plus 5, that's 12.
That's enough
damage.
to kill it in one go.
Yeah.
I think you smashed 3 out of 4 of the dang warlocks in your Eldritch Blast.
I know, right?
That explodes that last remaining cabinet, and now the hulked out doctor is about halfway through the room. He was the only one that really entered into the room, and Gabo is hiding behind an icebox. There's still that lockbox, treasure box thing on the hot plate at the far end of the room that the doctor was going for initially. And things have calmed down now. There's no more flying knives or anything coming out.
Did my unseen servant get hit?
No, he's good.
Is Alfred good? Okay.
Yeah, Alfred's
He's
good.
very weak. He's very weak.
He was unseen.
He's got like 2 AC or something and 2 health. But he's cool. He's a cool guy. Okay, I'll poke out. Is it safe? Are they gone? Are there more flying knives?
I'm going to jerk my head around to hit his sounds, and I'm just going to let out this, ungodly roar. This, slobber just over me.
Oh my god.
The doctor is very good at shouting.
I'm going to duck back behind, and after a few seconds, a piece of beef jerky will fly over the corner like a grenade, but it'll land at your feet.
I'm just going to grab it and...
Jeez, it tastes better than me. Just eat that. I'll give you 3 more if you don't eat me.
Then I'm going to start shrinking back down as my rage kind of dissipates.
How many missions have you guys all been on together, by the way? Have you seen the Doctor Hulk out before?
Yeah.
Reggie almost certainly hasn't, but is as unfazed as it is possible to be. He's just like, this is normal.
And I don't know, you guys might have been on some missions before, or you guys might have been like a ragtag put together group to go on this one.
The doctor's been on a couple missions because he needs funding for his research.
I know canonically Gabo has been on at least one episode with Reggie.
Yeah.
But I feel like they've also had a few others that just, we didn't
Haven't been aired yet.
Yeah.
Reggie's pretty busy, I think.
Reggie is really busy. Yeah, so this lockbox doctor, you were going for it. You can pick it up, and it's definitely locked.
Can anyone help me with this? I could have smashed it open but I'm.
Reggie just stamps on it with his hooves.
Okay, roll me an athletics check.
One of the things Reggie is good at is athletics. +8. 18 + 8, 26.
Yes, you smash apart this, and there's just a shower of gold coins. 248 gold coins to be specific. And the markings on these coins are just unknown to you all. Like, you guys have never seen. They are definitely not recent currency.
Reggie doesn't care about that.
It's like it's gold and shiny.
I mean, he knows that he could exchange them for oats. That's all he needs to know.
Now that we're in here, I'm going to come out and see that everything's calmed down. Pull off my giant backpack that's about bigger than me. I'm going to pull a tray out of it. I hand it to Alfred. Alfred's holding it, and it's like a little table in front of me, and I start pulling things out, and I get plates, and I got some bread, and I start making sandwiches. Got some dried meats, some salami, things like that. I'm like, finally, we could just eat without having to worry about anything. Like, if we have something in our stomach, we won't be so nauseous. We won't be so scared. You all you take mayonnaise? You take mayonnaise?
No mayonnaise for me.
Oh, what about you? No?
No.
What is a mayonnaise?
All right. No, I'll give you light mayonnaise.
Jeremy, no one likes mayonnaise.
I like the shiny lights.
Puts it on there. He just starts making some sandwiches. After a few minutes, he spends some time doing this while you guys are checking out the coins. That's what he's doing.
You hear further up, past the hallway, some more pitter patter footsteps and another giggle.
La 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 la.
It is the bad dolly.
Here, just chew really loud. You won't hear it.
Yes, sandwich. Thank you so much, Gabo. You're a good friend.
Yeah, Reggie just shoves his hole into his mouth.
And with that sandwich, I will have cast Bless on everyone. So now you can add a D4 to an attack.
Is that
the next
the 1 minute or the 10 minute?
It's 1 minute. I
1
just
minute.
we heard the creepy
I
laughter.
feel blessed.
So. Anyways, the finger foods. We can walk and eat. Where should we go anyhow?
As I'm scooping these coins into my purse. I thought maybe we could just hang out in here, but I guess we do have to find our guy, right? We gotta complete the mission so we can get more funding for things.
To the pitter patter.
Where we should probably follow the sounds of the pitter patter. Do one of you big folks want to go first?
Heading back into the hallway, there's one thing I completely forgot to mention about these hallways that are on just the second floor hallways, not the first floor ones. There's this soft green glow illuminating the entire hallway. It's not going into the rooms that you guys have been in, like the kitchen and that laundry room. It's specifically only in this hallway. So it's giving off this dim source of light, even, beyond Reggie's shiny armor. Y'all could make an intelligence arcana check to kind of learn a little bit more about it.
Ooh, 17 plus 5.
It sounds like Dr. Heckle knows everything about these green. They're definitely glowing with some necrotic energies moving throughout the manor.
Oh no.
And it seems like it's like blood moving through a vein, like powering the house. In fact, everybody real quick, roll me a history check after he shares that information about this like powering this house.
I am going to share that information with everyone.
Natural 1.
You don't know shit, Gabo.
Unnatural 20.
Lumi would be able to share with you all that in years past, Lumi read in a couple books about this small city that used to live in these woods that now are obviously there's nothing left except for this one house in this area. But this used to be a small city where they were just subject to these constant orc attacks, and they had a sufficient military to defend against those attacks, but there was some General Montarthas who had this advisor, Gertrude, and eventually the history gets a little bit fuzzy, but somewhere along the lines, the whole city just fell to... There's a couple different conflicting rumors about it falling to orc attacks, to inside sabotage. But yeah, that's just something that Lumi would be able to share about their knowledge of this area. And this house sustaining for this so long by itself with no other buildings in the city making it through, this green necrotic energy, blood through veins, seems like it's keeping this house alive.
Sounds to me like we should find the heart of the house, and maybe if we puncture it, it'll bleed out this necrotic damage, and we can settle this matter once and for all.
Meow, we could do that. We could also just start opening up some veins, you know what I mean?
Oh, yes. A long, slow death for the house. Yes.
I could pour salt all over it. That can't be good for it.
It's not a slug.
Yeah, but it's a heart.
You hear some more of that pitter-patter and that laughter coming from more to the north around that corner.
I think the little doll likes your jokes. Keep going. Maybe if we make it laugh, it'll go away.
A creepy voice. What are you doing?
Tell it a joke. It seems to like to laugh.
I think Jeremy's looking up jokes.
No one's...
I don't know.
And then knock knock. Who's there? Somebody help. I don't know any good jokes. I didn't expect the doll to respond.
Knock, knock.
I already knocked. It wants to know who's there.
Wooden shoe.
Wouldn't you?
Wooden shoe like to know.
That's a good one, Reggie. That was good.
You don't hear any of that childish giggles.
I got one. Hey, doll guy. Doll thing. What do ghosts put in their hair?
What?
Huh? Scare spray.
No laugh.
Yeah.
But the voice all seems to be coming from that north hallway that bends around the corner.
Okay, maybe my theory must be wrong. Let's just go and see what it wants. Maybe if we appease it, it'll leave us alone.
Maybe we're just not funny.
Everyone is a critic.
I laughed.
To the north hallway. I will face the pitter-patter doll.
As you round the corner, there is a single door. much like all the other doors in this area, on the second floor, it's just a single door. You assume that it's probably unlocked.
Cool. Reggie's gonna charge straight into it.
Yeah, it's fucking Reggie. As you enter this room, you notice that something seems very unnatural, though not expected in this place. It is a skeleton, busy at work behind a writing desk, frantically writing notes in this like translucent ledger book. It looks up towards you, but seeming like looking like past you, Reggie, and it says, "Oh, you here. He has been waiting for you. You may proceed, Advisor Gertrude." And from behind you, you feel this like cold shiver as this evil and dark like trespasses through your body, Reggie. And you see this aspect of this like dangerously like beautiful woman that's with this dark and deadly eyes walk straight through you. A smirk on her ghostly smile. She walks right through the closed doors on the far end of this room and goes through and disappears. And the skeleton clerk is just back to his duties, just writing down at his desk. You guys are in a small, like a square waiting room, like a 15-foot by 15-foot square. And there's just that skeleton behind a desk and then one more door further in that the ghost just walked through.
Did she ask you for your consent, Reggie?
No, she did not. She passed through me with a badness.
What a lich.
Oh dear.
Hey,
yeah, it was.
Hey, skeleton ghost. What you doing?
It seems to not be able to hear you, Gabo.
Answer me, coward. What's wrong? You don't have the guts?
Oh, don't antagonize him. What if he attacks?
He is a
It's still
good man.
just writing in that journal.
Good boy. He is writing. He told me about the lady, who is also a good boy, but a bad boy, who does the walking through people. Let us go to the other door.
Yeah, sure. After you.
Yes, this is only true. Onward! And Reggie just lowers his head and charges straight at the other door.
Yeah, of fucking course, Reggie does. Skeleton just keeps riding away, pays you all no mind. As you look around this next room, there's a pair of double doors to the south. I do want to do a quick content warning right here, because this, it does involve a child getting murdered. If that is the problem for anybody, go ahead and pop those headphones off, and I will do a content warning at the beginning of this episode too with the time thing. As you look around the room, it appears empty at first, but within the blink of an eye, a small pretty girl no more than 5 or 6 is suddenly sitting on the long bench that is stretching along the northern wall. She seems to be waiting patiently. The dark and deadly woman appears into the room, like walking through from the room beyond. She smiles at the child and offers the child a small doll. The girl smiles with joy as the woman evaporates, and then the child's smile turns to pain and anguish as just blood-soaked stab wounds begin to appear on her silky white dress, and she falls limp and tumbles to the floor before disappearing. You notice that the doll is left lying on the bench, a knife in its hand and a grin on its face. So there is just a doll left smiling on the bench, still with a knife.
You have done your last bad, doll. And Reggie's going to try and smash it again.
Let's roll initiative and fight this doll again. Now there will be no kind of surprise rounds or anything. This will just be so roll a 10, so that's not super good.
It's 19 for Reggie.
Oh, Reggie, you might actually get to go
I was
first.
really pissed off about that. That was a bad thing.
8 for Lumi.
Gabo gets 7.
That's a 12.
Okay, Reggie, you were up first. Hey, Reggie, You notice that this doll, remember it had those cracks in its porcelain and its face and arms. They seem to be patched up now, with some of it is like twine patching, some of it is what looks like glue and paste patching together. It looks like it's back healed up, at least partially.
Because I know what I want to do. Okay, right. So, first up, halberd attack. It's 6 plus 8, I think it is.
That would hit.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, 6 plus 8. So that hits.
Yes.
So it's a D10. Plus 5 is 7 plus 5, 12. I'm also going to make that into a Divine Smite. So, spend a spell slot.
You did not like this doll.
To deal 2d8 extra radiant damage. In fact, I'll do a level. I'll do it as a level 2 spell slot. So I'll do 3d8 radiant damage on top of that 12. 2, 4, 5, 11 radiant damage. On top of the 12 from the first attack, so yeah. So there I've got another halberd attack. Oh, in fact, I've got Polearm Master, so I also can do, as a bonus action, can attack with the butt of the halberd.
So can you do halberd butt?
Yep. So like
Cool.
a 3-hit combo.
Paladins, they don't get a ton of spell slots or anything, but dang, when they need to do damage, they can do some damage.
So, the butt strike is a 16 plus 8, that's 24. So I'm assuming that does it right.
Yes.
Plus full damage of 4 on the butt strike. So what are we on now? I forgot what I did the first time. I did like 12 and then, 13? Something like that. I did like 23 damage
Yes.
total, first round, plus 4. So that's 27 damage total. And then last attack, 10 plus 8, 18.
Yeah.
Okay, D10
It's a
plus
lot
5.
of damage.
That's another 10 damage.
Oof.
So it's 14 plus 21, 35 damage.
Yes, you are just smashing apart this doll. More of that porcelain is flying throughout the room. Next up is the doctor.
Oh, smash it good! Smash it good, friend!
I'm gonna pull out this little thing from my cane, and there's like this little, effectively a longsword. I'll help! And I'm gonna swing my longsword cane at it. And that's gonna be a 12 to hit.
That is going to miss.
Okay, I do have extra attack, so I'm gonna swing again. Because I don't have to rage to have that. That's a 17 to hit.
17 is going to hit.
Okay.
I think Gabo's Bless would be off by now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
Unless they just now finished their sandwich.
Delayed release.
Oh, nice. Max damage. I'm gonna get the 10 out of that slashing damage.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you slash a big chunk of porcelain off of the chest of this little tiny doll. Dang, there's a picture of this doll staring at me from this adventure, and it is just I am not liking
creepy,
it.
huh?
I'm all on Team Adventurers Guild, not on Team Doll at all. Unfortunately, it is doll turn. Okay. Okay, it makes sense because Reggie just did so much damage to this thing. It is going to jump out onto the chest of Reggie. It can't quite make it to the face. I really wanted to attack Gabo, but I don't think it makes makes much sense. Reggie, it is going to first try to claw at you and kind of like rake in its fingertips. That is it's a 12 plus 6.
It meets. So it beats.
So you'll be taking 7 slashing damage. And as it's like clawed in on you, it's going to try to, much like it did to Gabo, reach back with its knife and stab it into your back. That is going to be that's going to be an 8 plus 6 for that one.
No dice.
So it's going to hit into your armor and not like be enough to pierce through your armor, and just going to glance off of it. That's I think that's all I can do. So we will now go to Lumi. It is hanging on Reggie.
Yeah. As much as I would love, for the meme to blast some Eldritch Blasts at my centaur friend here, I'm going to be smart and walk up and cast Chill Touch on this. This.
I forget. Oh. Do I make a save for that, or do you make an attack roll for that?
It's attack.
Okay.
Melee attack. Hey, 26.
Nice. Would you believe it that hits? just barely. This little tiny porcelain doll.
15. Necrotic damage. That probably wasn't very smart, actually.
No, you're good. There's nothing for necrotic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
I will. Necrotic. You know what? I will say there is a vulnerability, and there is one immunity. I will just say that. But with that chill, it seems to. It's porcelain, right? So your chill touch as you lay your hands on this thing, it seems to make this thing even more brittle, as the entire thing just gets this small sheen of frost covering across of it. Got anything else, Lumi? I don't know how many.
No.
Okay.
Not really, so that'll be it.
Okay, next up, hey, Gabo. That, with Chill Touch, it has, like, minus 10 to movement speed or something like that, right?
Oh, yes, sorry.
Ooh, this thing already only has 20 speed of movement speed. I guess because it's so little.
Yeah. Can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Oh.
If you hit an undead target, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls against you until the end of your next turn. Okay. So,
Gabo, your turn.
So Gabo, one of his weapons is a giant ladle, and so he's gonna pick it up and go, "I've just about had it with you." And the ladle starts glowing, and when he like brandishes it and like points it at it, even though he's like 20 or 30 feet away, I'm going to shoot a guiding bolt. Yeah. 15.
Yes, that will hit.
Okay. So 4d6 radiant damage. 11.
You ladle this guiding bolt into this small porcelain doll, and you actually blast off its entire left arm. And the rest of the body is glowing this radiant white light. And then the smirk on this doll dissipates almost instantly after that. And it actually drops its knife in its other arm and kind of like reaches up to its shoulder to like hold it like in pain. And the doll is again going to disappear into the shadows. But the big difference is this time when it disappears, there is no childish laughter. It seems like this time it is disappearing in fear for its life. And with that, there's those double doors down to the south.
That was sure harrowing. You all did a fantastic job. let's move on, shall we?
We must finish this.
Yeah, big guy, lead the way with your shiny
we will
armor.
deliver the final justice to the Bat Dully. Yeah, and Reggie just again charges straight at the doors.
Yeah, we need to hurry so he doesn't have time to heal up.
Hello, everybody. It's your Dungeon Master, Adam DeWeese here. Thank you so much for checking out this week's episode of One Shot Onslaught. And a special thank you to this week's sponsor, Podcorn. We have been using Podcorn for, I want to say, between 6 months to a year now. And we have had nothing but positive experiences using Podcorn. It is super easy. If you've got a podcast that you're looking to monetize, this is definitely the platform you want to check out. You can set up an account in less than 5 minutes, and you can start browsing some sponsors that you think you'll be a good fit for and will be a good fit for your show. There are a ton of different options for you to advertise for those sponsors. You can do mid-rolls, pre-rolls. There's even giveaways and guest interviews. The sponsors will have all of the options that they're looking to use on their sponsor page. You just let them know which one you would like to do. Give them your quote and a short pitch, and then you just wait back and see if you hear back from them. There's a ton of different sponsors out there, so you've got a wide variety to pick from a bunch of different really great sponsors. And the great thing about Podcorn is it really does not matter what size your podcast is. Small, medium, or large, there will be a sponsor for you out there. So again, if you want to get signed up on Podcorn and start to monetize your podcast, go ahead and head over to podcorn.com or click the link in the show notes below. In case you didn't know, we have kind of recently started a podcast network because we started a bunch of new podcasts and decided to bring them all into one network together. And that is the Majestic Goose Network. And if you want to find out about all our different shows on the Majestic Goose Network, you can head over to majesticgoose.com. That is the hub for all the shows, our one-stop merch shop. So you can go to majesticgoose.com/shop and find a bunch of really cool merchandise you can grab. And that will have all of our links to all of our various social medias and everywhere you can find us. It will have our Twitch schedule up there. Speaking of, if you're not following us on Twitch, we would greatly appreciate you to head over to twitch.tv/Majestic Goose Network. We have renamed our Twitch from twitch.tv One Shot Onslaught to twitch.tv/Majestic Goose Network. We are trying very hard to hit 500 followers by the end of 2020, and we believe with your help we can do that. So if you're not yet, head over there and hit that heart button to follow us. We have a ton of really cool shows on that Twitch. Our newest show is called Modris Bloodsport Association, or MBA, where myself and Drundu act as sports commentators while we bring a rotating cast of players into the arena to face whatever encounters Drundu and I have dreamed up for that week. It's a ton of fun. We have had one episode so far. By the time this episode goes out, there will have been another one because they are on Mondays at 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The first one was some of the most fun I've ever had on a stream. Cannot wait to do more. And we would love for you all to come and check it out. You can also find me every single Thursday playing Dungeons & Dragons by myself with no DM on Solo Rolling. Shitty Cowboys is every other Saturday, including this coming Saturday. We really just are trying to pump out content on that Twitch channel to bring it up to speed and hit the ground running with it. All right, so I will let you all get right back into this episode. Cannot wait for you all to hear the ending of it. Had a lot of fun with this one. Thank you to all of our awesome guests. And we will talk to you all at the end of this episode. Bye, everybody. You bust in these doors, and everybody make me a strength saving throw, please.
Uh-oh. Strength saving throw.
14.
7.
6. I have -2.
That is a 22 for me.
All right. Hey, Gabo and Lumi. As soon as Reggie shoulder checks this door and busts it open, Gabo and Lumi are sucked into the room. And immediately after, the door slams shut behind you. And a great gust of wind blasts the room around you, sending dust, paper, and curtains flying around the room. There's piles of rotten corpses littering this creaky wooden floor. And then you see him on the ceiling, a shell of a man, shriveled, tortured, and used. His body is this, like, semi-molded into the blackened muck that replicates the ceiling. There are these, like, slimy black vines that are creeping from him, pinning him to the ceiling, as the ends of the vines expand into these, like, drooling suckers that feed from his life force. A glow of green hue emanates from his chest, where a green emerald spews out evil energies into the mansion. It seems to be feeding those hallways that you all saw. The most potent looking of the green energies flows directly into a lifeless body slumped with its head flung back onto a wooden chair. At that moment, as soon as you two are sucked into this room and the doors are slammed shut, that body snaps its head back from over the chair and back into position. You recognize her from the apparition of the manor. It is the dark advisor, Gertrude. She grins wide and evil, then cackles with the inhumane laughter as she grows long and haggard. Her skin turns midnight blue and her pupils turn from the dark black into the red of the nine hells, and then she attacks. We, just for sake of time, we will keep everybody's initiative order, and I will roll once more for the night hag. I rolled even worse than the doll, so I guess that's good. I actually dropped below Lumi. I'll go right before Gabo. So, the situation is, it seems like Doctor and Reggie are on the outside of the door. Gabo and Lumi are on the inside of this room, and there is the night hag. I think you all pieced that together earlier on. So first off is actually Reggie.
I guess I'm gonna try and kick the door down or something, smash the door down.
Yep. Athletic check, please.
22.
Dang it. That's supposed to be another split the party moment, but Reggie just hooves it, kicks open the door.
20 strength. He's a strong boy.
Yes. You now see everything I just described inside of here. So we'll say that was your action. Do you have like any bonus actions or anything?
I don't think so. Let me just have a quick double check. No.
Okay. If not, we will be going to the doctor. Now the doctor, you see that the doors have obviously been opened. You see the night hag behind the desk. You see
I do have something.
What? Oh, yeah.
There's a channel divinity option.
Yep.
As a bonus action, each creature of my choice within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw, DC 14, or it can't willingly move more than 30 foot away from me. So I'll do that. Champion's challenge, so it can't run away again.
Well, this night hag rolled a 4.
She's not running away again.
Okay. Okay, cool. And now, Doctor.
The doctor's gonna watch Reggie kick the door down and see all this. And, oh dear. He's gonna pull out one of his vials. I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. And he's gonna slurp it and hulk out, and then he's going to run in there, and I would like to attempt to rend the emerald from the center of the chest of that thing where it's at. The glowing emerald.
Okay. Roll me, would you like to do an athletics check or an attack roll against that?
You said athletics? I would like to do an attack roll because I have a +5 for attack rolls.
Okay. Go ahead and try to attack that.
Okay. Oh, nat 20.
Oh, I think that's the first nat 20 of the night.
That is the first nat 20 I have had on one-shot onslaught.
What kind of weapon do you have again? Are you just using your fist again?
I'm just fists, yeah.
You punch out this green emerald, and it flies from the body. And as you do, the body actually falls to the ground, and it's a male body, and he lets out this oof as he hits the floor, and he breathes out this like shallow breath as he looks over at you, Doctor, and he just gives you the smile and says, "Thank you." With his last breath, he finally just disintegrates in this pile of ash, and the emerald is left there glowing that bright arcane energy.
Bulk, do something good. And that's going to be my turn.
Yes.
Okay, now we will go to Lumi.
This night hag I am not a fan of, so I'm gonna just gonna blast her. Just you don't suck a kitty into a room without its permission. Okay, so I got an 11 and a 25 to hit with Eldritch Blast.
11 and 25. The 11's gonna miss. 25 is gonna hit.
Okay, so that's gonna be a 6 plus 5, 11.
11 points damage.
And then
Okay.
I am going to use my racial feature, Feline Agility, and just try to... it basically doubles my movement speed till the end of the turn. And I'm just going to back out as far from this room as possible.
Okay, the doors have been shattered in by Reggie, so you're able to freely leave this room and, back out, get you some more range on her. She will be up next. She's actually going to cast Magic Missile, targeting 3 different targets if possible. So we'll do... we'll attack Gabo, Reggie, and the Doctor because Lumi has backed out of the room. So, Doctor, you will be taking 2 points of force damage as this magic missile hits into your chest. Reggie, you will be taking 4, and Gabo, you will be taking 5 as she's casting these magic missiles and shooting it at all of you. Next will be Gabo.
So that other thing dropped like a green emerald. Do I get the sense that that's like causing any sort of effect?
So the Doctor will be holding that. Doctor, you could roll. I'll let the Doctor roll because the Doctor's holding it. A Arcana check on that.
That's going to be a 16.
So the Doctor could relay the information that this is... it is giving off a necrotic energy. Not super good. It's Master and Wielder. If you attune to it, you can attempt to magically implant the emerald into the chest of any living creature. The creature must successfully win a grappling contest to be able to resist it. You can transfer hit points between you and the person imbued with it. Long story short, it can draw energy from other people.
Okay.
You're bad. You take.
Maybe later. I think we should deal with this first. And I'm pointing at the evil witch. I'm gonna just cast Sacred Flame on the witch.
Okay. The witch rolled a 6. I don't think it's got a +8 to... It does not have a +8 to anything, so the witch is gonna miss on that. And that's... So... Okay, so she doesn't have any vulnerabilities, so it'll be just straight up damage. Ooh, 8 damage. Ooh. So yeah, you surround this night hag in this bright white fire as she is trying desperately and unsuccessfully to dodge out of the way of this. It's back up to Reggie, actually.
Well, I was considering doing something, but I think it's probably going to be better if I just try and do as much damage as possible to the night hag. So I'll do that instead. We'll just hit her. Okay, so a 14. Does a 14 hit?
14 just barely hits, yes.
Ooh, sweet.
Lucky.
Okay, so it's a D10 plus 5 is 15. No, is it? There's 11. There's 6 plus 5 is 11. We're going to make that a Divine Smite again. It'll only be a level 1, so that's just 2d8 extra. Just 4, 6, 10, so that was 21. Then we've got a butt strike from the first one, so that's
It seems like you use so much damage.
15 plus 8 to hit.
Yeah.
I already know that does hit, so that's plus 4, 2, so 23 points of damage from the first attack.
Jeez, beats. That's a lot.
Second attack. Second helmet attack.
My goodness.
18 total. So again, we know that hits. D10 plus 5, another 9 points of damage.
Okay, she's still standing she's like, you're just like, whack, 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 hitting her with these 3 strikes in quick succession. She's backing up into the corner of the room now, and it is going to be Doctor's turn.
At the behest of everyone else in the room, the Doctor is going to clench his fist around the emerald and then just charge towards this night hag and pound, pound, pound.
Okay, alright, so you're just like doing like attacks against her.
Yeah, I'm clenching on to the emerald to keep it in my fist, and then I'm just pound, pound, pound.
Okay. I didn't know if you were like trying to like put it in her. Okay.
No, I'm just clenching on to it so that I don't drop it while I'm beating on her.
Go ahead and roll your 2 attacks, please.
Okay. The first one is a 14 to hit. Oh, no, 14 plus 5, so that's 19 to hit.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Oof.
And then that's going to be 5 damage for the first one.
That's not a lot of damage, though.
The second attack is a 20, not natural to hit.
Yep, both hit.
And that's going to be 10 damage.
Okay, that is more like it. She is backing up in the corner. She is looking battered, bruised, dazed. Lumi, it is your turn. She is now kind of cornered in the corner of the room with the Doctor hulked out, blocking her up against the corner of this room.
Okay. Real quick, as we've been traveling through this house, have the walls of this house seemed like that they've stayed pretty sturdy throughout the years?
They have. Now that you mention that, though, with the extraction of that green emerald, since you've been taking notice of that, looking around this room now, you see the wallpaper starting to kind of crack, crumble, curl up. It looks like this house is starting to rapidly age.
Okay. I'm gonna blast her with Eldritch Blast. But this time I'm gonna also, if any of them hit, I'm gonna use the Repelling Blast, Eldritch Invocation that I have. It's a 15 and a 26 to hit.
Yep, you got it. Both of them. What does the repelling thing do?
It pushes her back 10 feet for each hit. So I'm thinking the force of this attack might extricate her from the house and cause some extra bludgeoning damage as she falls.
Yeah, I know what we're going for, and so we'll say this. First attack against her rocks her, stumbles her a little bit. Will you roll the damage for both of those attacks real quick?
Sure. First one was 9, and second one was 13, so 22.
Okay. First one just rocks her a little bit. She's looking a little bit dazed. Second one is the one that sends her out through the wall of this mansion. And you think even before she goes flying through the wall and hits the ground 20 feet below, that she's already just gone. She's dead. And as soon as you hear her cries just cut short after that last blast, and then you hear this kind of sickening thud as she hits the ground below, you suddenly feel the room start to rumble as dust falls through the cracks and holes in the ceiling. Suddenly, the entire manor starts to shake as the walls all start to decay and erode. The manor, it seems, is caving in on itself and will likely be nothing more than a pile of rubble before long.
I think we should get out of here.
I do not normally allow this, but get on my back, friends, and I shall carry us to safety.
Wait, are you gonna leap out the window?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm still...
Alton Brown, save us.
Reggie casts Bless on himself. And,
Will I fit on Reggie when I'm bulked out?
Reggie's pretty big,
Okay.
and he counts as large for his carrying capacity.
Okay.
So.
And I'm small.
Yeah, so
it
I
makes
think a
up for
large
difference.
can carry 2 mediums and a small, probably.
I'm not trying to carry you all the way to town, just out of the window.
Okay, I'm gonna get on.
By the way, there was no window. When you say window,
Okay, well,
it's the hole that the hag has created after the
through the window.
the hag-shaped hole in the
gaping
wall.
hole.
Lumi has a climbing
about to
speed
be
of 20
bigger.
feet, so I'm just going to go out the hole and climb down myself.
Okay,
That's probably
that might
wiser.
check out for the other two being on the back of Reggie. Hey, Reggie, will you make me a I guess an athletic saving throw. We'll do athletic saving throw because I'm feeling really nice.
Yeah, don't make me do horse acrobatics.
I'm going to say you're still going to take...
22.
Okay. So what we'll do is instead of taking 2d6 falling damage, you will just take 1 because you muscled through it. So you'll just take 4 bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground with these 2 on your back. And then you see Lumi scaling the wall deftly behind you. And as you all hit the ground, you actually land right on those like escape room tunnels where they lead out to the field. As you escape the falling manor, you glance behind you and you see the entire thing start to crumble down to dust. The night hag Gertrude has been defeated and the undead have been laid to rest. You know not who that hag's victim was that was on the ceiling. However, they did leave you the emerald in their departure. Now standing before you are the piles of rubble and decay remaining of the manor, the final resting place. The night begins to grow old as the first hints of dawn start to creep over the horizon, and it is then, amongst the woods that are surrounding you and surrounding the manor, you all notice a pair of glowing crystal blue eyes and a horrifying, girlish giggle that is carrying over the now still night air. And then the eyes fade into blackness. Hey, Joe, where can people find you again?
Oh, that was a great story. Thank you. They can find me at thenerdasylum.com. Always have new projects coming, looking for game stuff, so just check out thenerdasylum.com and join our Discord as we try to get to 500 community members so that we can become Discord partners.
Gerundu.
Hi, I'm Gerundu. You can find me at Gerundu. That's GIRUNDUU. You can find me all over the Majestic Goose Network. I am Silas Lancaster in Rolls for Weird. I am Jambalaya Pendergrass in Shitty Cowboys, and I am Gerundu in Dice Talk. I'll also be fronting the Modrus Bloodsport Association, or MBA stream, sometime around the point where this drops. It's probably already live, with Adam.
Yeah, by the time this one drops, it'll definitely live, because this drops on the 27th. So
late October, yeah.
Jeremy.
Hey, I'm Jeremy. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram under Dice Talk. Also, if you listen to the podcast Dice Talk, Gerundu and I are the hosts of that show. You can also find me playing Shadow in Roll for Weird, which is our Monster of the Week actual play podcast. And you can also find me playing on a different Twitch channel called Hollow Invective, where I play a Warforged trying to figure out what life is like after the war has ended.
And last but certainly not least, Josh from Are We Dead Yet?
Yeah, Josh from Are We Dead Yet? We just started our second season, so it's a good time to jump in. Just look for Are We Dead Yet on your favorite podcatcher, or follow us on Twitter at Are We Dead Yet Pod. Yeah.
So, Josh, can they drop into the second season without listening to the first season?
Yeah, we were in the middle of our first season when lockdown happened and everything. Took a hiatus, and then everyone kind of just wanted to start new. So, new story. I'm running the game. It started off kind of creepy, so it's perfect for the Halloween season.
So, yeah, if you're looking for spooky content for the spooky month, go check out Are We Dead Yet? Joshua, thank you so much for joining us. I know the other, thank you, obviously, Joe and Gerundu and Jeremy for joining us also.
Yeah, you're a grateful bastard.
I'm just, obviously, you guys have joined us a couple other times. I just wanted to give a specific thank you to Joshua for joining us for the first time.
I'll put my righteous indignation away.
Thank you for having me. This was a real fun time and a real treat. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun for me as well, and thank you all for joining on very short notice. And I hope after some editing, I can get it nice and spooky, because I know there was a lot of goofs in there too. I'm not very good at doing spooky, everybody. I'll get there. Thank you all for listening, and we will talk to you all in 2 weeks from now. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you all so much for listening, and a special thank you to all of our current patrons. So thank you so much. Tiana H, Talking Anime with Mitch, Lawful Stupid Podcast, Robert C, Bradley Mitchell, Brittany D, Danny T, Jason Pravat, Jeremy Fair, Loki Strike, Weaver S, Zoltar, Bay Area Beer Socials, Danny M, Gerundu, Jean Lorber, Remus S, Jorian Drake, and Jim, our newest patron. Thank you, Jim, for joining the team. If you want to get your name on this list and a whole bunch of really cool bonus content, you can head over to patreon.com/one-shot-onslaught or bit.ly/halfway to Patreon. The link is also in the show notes below. We are in the process of revamping some of our tiers on there and adding some more cool bonus content for our patrons. And also, every single dollar goes right back into the show and helps us grow, helps us improve all of our different recording and streaming setups and software, and bring you the best content we can. One goal we have is for, I think it's marked down at $250 a month. If we hit that goal, we're going to start to, I'm going to start to, DM a published, Wizards of the Coast campaign for our upper tier members. I think that would be for the $20 and up patrons once we hit that goal. And, the reason why it would be when we hit that goal is because if and when we hit that goal, it would allow us to pay for an editor for at least 1 week of the month of our podcast releases, which means if I take that week off from editing, I would be able to instead spend that week prepping for the campaign and running the campaign for some of our patrons. So I'm actually really excited to get that goal up and running. It would free up a little bit of my editing time, and then also I would get to play Dungeons & Dragons with some of our awesome patrons. So I'm really excited for that. I think we'll be able to hit it here shortly, and you could definitely help us hit that goal. If you're not following us on all of our social media, please do. Especially at One Shot Onslaught and at Goose Majestic on Twitter. Also, joining our Discord is where you will be able to hang out with us all day, every day. We have started an Among Us and a tabletop simulator role where you can opt into. And when you're in those roles, you can get pinged whenever somebody's trying to start up a game of Among Us or a game of Tabletop Simulator or try to play some board games. We do Among Us game nights on Discord. We do board game nights on Discord. We all hang out. We talk about all the different shows on the network. It is now actually branded as the Majestic Goose Network Discord instead of the One Shot Onslaught Discord. So we hope everybody's kind of adjusting to the changes we're making to really lean into that network. And if you haven't yet and you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows on the network, we would greatly appreciate you to head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star rating and review. That helps us so much in charting and things like that, and we really appreciate it. And we appreciate you all just for listening. Seriously, when we started this show over 2 years ago now, we did not expect the kind of feedback and things that, and we definitely did not expect to have a podcast network. But we just love putting out this content. Hope you all love hearing it. And next week will be a Halfway to Heroes episode. And then in 2 weeks, I haven't picked the one shot yet. So we'll see what we are doing in 2 weeks. So thank you all for listening. We will talk to you all later. Bye, everybody.